Welcome back to the feature presentation where movies and music meet. I'm your host, Finale, and for today's feature, we have Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I have been waiting for a Beast Wars version of a movie for many years. That was one of my favorite growing up. I actually enjoyed Beast Wars more than Transformers, so I'm so glad they are bringing this into the movie scene now. Now, this will be a non-spoiler review. Look out for the spoiler review coming later. So, to start it off, you have a heavily hip-hop influenced movie. I never thought I'd see a Transformers movie blended with hip-hop this much, all right? It made me proud. I was in there losing my mind. I was bopping my head the whole time. I felt like grabbing a cardboard box and doing some windmills and breaking. It really gave me a whole vibe. I loved it. Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback, both Brooklyn natives. The movie was heavily Brooklyn influenced, and it was really driven. The movie takes place in 94. So when I say hip hop, I mean hip hop. You know, they both nailed their characters. You know, Anthony Ramos it wasn't oversaturated hood, but it lets you know that he's from the ghetto. And Dominique Fishback was playing, it's not like the hood doesn't have him. Just because you're born in the hood doesn't mean you can't be an intelligent being. And she was on the nerd side. They both nailed it. The movie is my favorite Transformers movie. It is my favorite Transformers movie. I'm not being biased because of the Beast part, but this movie gives you Transformers. They are on the screen for at least 90% of the time. There is always a Transformer on the screen. And the main, this is not a spoiler, but one of the main Transformers who you spend a lot of time with, Mirage, who is voiced by Pete Davidson, he brings good comedy to the scene, all right? I can't give anything away, but there are key pointers. If you don't know anything about the Beast Wars, refer to the cartoon. It was the first animated cartoon, a computer animated cartoon ever made, completely computer animated, and you'll get a better idea. You'll appreciate it more. You will appreciate it more. They pull heavily from it. It's loosely influenced. They don't pull everything in like all comic book and cartoon character toy featured movies. They pull influences. They don't pull everything to the T. Every facet of the story, they just pull certain arcs here and there. But you see Optimus Prime as Optimus Prime. You get the old school Optimus Prime with the flathead truck. Again, I'm not giving anything away. These things you see in the trailers, you get your Bumblebee. This is actually a standalone sequel from the Bumblebee movie. So that Bumblebee is the one that's in this movie. So if you didn't see that, go watch that movie too. This all happens before the 2007 Transformers movie. It happens before all that, before Shy and all that happens. This is before. So, Optimus is he's a little gutter. He's a little hard on mankind. He didn't gel with them just yet. This movie brings a major shocker treat, right? It's not per se a post-credit or an end credit. It's more like a mid-credit, so stick around. You are in for a major reveal. It was a good movie. It was my favorite. The pace was beautiful. I'm going to go into the slates before I get into that. So to get into my slates, because this is a non-spoiler review, this is an in and out thing, I will talk a little more on the full breakdown. For the plot, it's a Transformers movie. It's pretty much they all have the same plot, but this brings something different because you have the Beast Wars. Now you have the Beast Transformers in it, so they bring something different to the game. But the plot, I'm going to give it a solid 3. It wasn't weak. It wasn't the strongest. It was floating, so I give it 3 slates. For the pace of the movie, the pace was beautiful. This, to me, was one of the strongest points. It didn't have any dead spots. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't slow. It flowed. It flowed perfect for me. It was like a river on a flat plain with a good breeze. So for the pace, I'm going to give it 4 slates. For the performances, everybody performed well. I mean, it's Optimus Prime. He doesn't have to say nothing but roll out and give him a Grammy Award. So for the performance, everybody, Pete Davidson was actually pretty good as an Autobot. He was funny. He had a few slick remarks that, some people may be like, really? But the theater laughed. For that, performance, I'm going to give an even 3 slates. Atmosphere, I got to give it 4 slates because when I tell you, like, I'm a hip hop junkie, I'm a hip hop head. So, man, that movie brought me back. Like, it brought me back. Like, I felt like the music choice in this movie is phenomenal. So there, I got to give it 4. I got to give it 4. It was slated to be in 1994, and I felt like it was 1994. And for the cinematography, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to give it 3 slates. It wasn't the greatest. It wasn't the worst. It did what it needed to do. It didn't overstay its welcome. So as an overall slating, I'm going to give it 3.5 slates. And again, I will be watching this multiple times like I do most movies. And let's see if the label sticks. It might go up to a 4. I don't think it will go lower than a 3.5, but it may move up. So until next time, this is the feature presentation. I'm Finale. I will see you on the full review.